full segment, right? Now, differential segments must respond differently to different marketing mix elements and programs. Okay, and the last requirement is that the segment must be actionable, means that effective programs can be designed to attract and serve the segments. Okay, so those are the requirements for an effective segmentation. Now, the segment in international markets here, it's a little bit different from segment in the local market. It can be we can use the geographic. All right, so we have the geographic segmentation uh, based on the location or region, economic factors, political and legal factors, and also cultural factors, right? So here, when we say cultural factor, it depends on languages, um, the language, religion, values, attitudes, and customs. Okay, so it could be also intermarket segmentation, forming segments of consumers who have similar needs, even though they live in different countries. Like I said, for example, when when we say the segment of North America, Middle East, Europe, we choose consumers that have the same similar needs. So they live in different countries, but they have similar needs, right? Okay. The target marketing now. Target market consists of a set of buyers who share common needs or characteristics that the company decides to serve. So I I divided the market. I evaluated what is the market is the most attractive to me, and then I choose or I target a market, right? That's what we call the target marketing. Evaluating market segments. We evaluate market segments according to the segment size and growth. Okay, we try to understand the size of the segment and its growth. Segment structural attractiveness, the level of competition, substitute products, power of buyers, power for suppliers, and so on. Okay, so the structure of the segment is attractive or not. When we talk about competition, if the competition is really rude, if there are a lot of competitors, so here that would be difficult to serve the customer to find a place with the other competitors, right? Now, the company objectives and resources. It could be I may find, for example, a big segment size, a big size, and that has a lot of consumers, but I cannot serve because I don't have the necessary resources as a company. Okay, so I'm going to choose a smaller segment, a smaller target to serve because my resources, my resources doesn't allow me to serve this large market, right? Okay. So as we said here in the other slide, we said that we have the targeting could be targeting broadly or targeting narrowly. So the undifferent, let's name one by one. We have the first one, undifferentiated marketing, which we call also the mass marketing. That means that market coverage strategy that ignores market segments differences and targets the whole market with one offer. So I target the whole market with only one offer. Okay, this is what we call the mass marketing. Okay, and these are like the products that we find in supermarket and in Carrefour and Géant. We find only one product for everyone, for every Differentiated segment marketing, the market coverage strategy that targets several market segments and design separate offers for each. So we have a separate offer for each segment. For example, there are some brands of shampoo. We have a specific shampoo for men, shampoo for women, and shampoo for kids. Okay, this is the same brand, but they have three products and they serve three segments. Okay, the concentrated marketing, or what we call the niche marketing, the market coverage strategy in which a company pursues a large share of one or few submarkets. So here we say submarket because it's a market that is smaller in size, okay? And we serve people with specific needs, right? Like, for example, the people that the products, the non-gluten products, okay, without gluten, products without gluten like pasta and flour and so on. We have a niche segment, the people that cannot consume the gluten, okay? So this is what we call concentrated marketing, a niche marketing. We have a very specific segment to serve. The micro marketing now, the practice of tailoring products and marketing programs to the needs, wants of specific individuals and local customer groups. It includes local marketing and individual marketing. Here, the micro marketing is more concentrated and more smaller in size than the niche marketing. Okay, right? Okay, so choosing a target marketing strategy, consideration may include because we need to choose this target marketing strategy. But how to choose this target marketing strategy? The consideration must include the company resources, the first thing. Okay, I must take into consideration my resources. What do I have? My capacity of production, how many products I can manufacture every day, and so on. That's it. And the number of employees that I have, so on. The degree of product variability, okay. Also the product's life cycle stage, the market variability. Okay, so we can find, for example, the market may need today a lot of products of specific products, but this changes tomorrow, and people won't need this product. So I need to understand the market variability. The competitor's marketing strategy also is really important for me to develop my target marketing strategy. I must understand the competitors. I cannot do the same thing as the competitors because it's not really important. It won't attract new consumers. Okay. Now comes the positioning. We did the market segmentation, the market targeting. Now comes the positioning. Okay, so I chose my target. Now I need to develop a strategy to build a position in the mind of customers. So here, when I say position in the mind and the customer mind, that means, for example, let me give you an example of Apple. When I say Apple, what do you think about this product?
Expensive and very sophisticated.
Okay, so expensive and very sophisticated. So this is the position of the product in your mind. See, and this position, Apple worked a lot on it. Okay, they worked a lot on this to make people think about them as they are expensive, sophisticated, fancy, and so on. Right? Let me give you another example now. For example, let's say, all right, let's say Mosaic, for example, radio channel. When I say Mosaic, you think? Huh?
The radio.
Yes.
I don't know. Music and mainly music.
Okay. So, music. Yes. And when I say, for example, another example, I'll say, and there is product that they don't have a clear position in our mind because the company is not working on it very well. Okay. When I say, for example, Mercedes,
Luxury and expensive.
okay, so this is what Mercedes wants you to keep in mind about their product. And when I say, for example,
Samsung
yes,
is practical and affordable.
yes, practical and affordable, not like the other, the Apple product. Yes. So I want you to think about all the products that you have near you, in front of you, computer, clothes, and so on. I want you to think about the position of this product in my mind and try to think about the advertisement, about the communication of this, the brand, about the product, and how they made you think about their product this way. Because this is what we call the positioning, the positioning strategy. Okay, having a position in the mind of consumer is a whole strategy that a company follow to have this position in your mind. Okay, so let's understand more about the positioning. So positioning is the way the product is defined by consumers on important attributes, the place the product occupies in consumers' minds related to competing products, related to competing to these competing products. So when we position ourselves related to a competing product, right? For example, let me when you want to compare two products, like you said, Apple and like you say, for example, Samsung iPhone and Android phone Samsung, you'll say that the first one is really expensive, the second one is affordable. Okay, you do this comparison between two products, right? And you will understand the position of each product in the mind of consumers. Okay, it involves implanting the brand's unique benefits. Okay, in differentiation in the customer mind. So every brand must have its unique benefits and differentiation in the customer mind. Because you cannot position yourself like the others. You have to find a competitive advantage. That means competitive advantage. That means something that I have and my competitor doesn't have, right? So perceptual position map show perceptions of brands on important buying dimension. Let's see here this graph. Okay, this is what we call positioning map. Here we have the price and the orientation. Here we have the luxury and performance. We talk about SUVs here. For example, let's take the example of Range Rover here. You can see, okay, so the Range Rover here is positioned right here. Its position is near to the performance. Price is the most higher than the others. Okay, this is the position in the mind of the position of this brand. Now let's take the hammer H1, for example. The hammer H1 is very performant and very expensive. So this is the position of hammer H1 in the mind of customers. Now let's take here the Lincoln Navigator. Lincoln Navigator is positioned as a luxury car, but not really expensive. Okay, you see now how to use this positioning map. So when I want as a competitor, as a new comer to the market, I must have this positioning map. I must take my competitors, okay, and put them in the map, and then I will decide where to serve, where to stay. Maybe I will, for example, stay here because there is no one here. I will be performant and not very, very expensive. Okay? Or right here, for example, right? Very luxury and not um, and um, and having the same price as the Range Rover, for example. Okay? So this is the positioning map. The positioning map may be applied on any product that you want. Okay, so you can apply it on phones, you can apply it on cars, anything you want to work, right? Okay, so here choosing a positioning strategy. So choosing a positioning strategy, we must identify possible competitive advantage. So differentiation can be based, so differentiation means that I'm different from the competitors, okay, being different from the competitors. And differentiation can be based on products, can be based on services, channels, people, and image, right? Choosing the right competitive advantage, how many differences to promote? I'm not going to promote all my differences, but I might choose how many differences to promote and propose a unique selling proposition, several benefits, and so on. Which differences to promote? Criteria include, so which differences to promote? To understand or to choose the difference that I have to promote, I have to take into consideration those criteria that include the difference must be important, must be distinctive, superior, communicable, preemptive, affordable, and profitable. See? Now, after that, after choosing the right competitive advantage that I'm going to promote, we select an overall positioning strategy. We will have the value proposition that represents the full positioning of the brand. Okay, so the value that I will propose to people, to my customers, must include the differences and the advantage that I want to promote. Possible value propositions, for example, more for more, more for the same, more for the same for the less, and less for much. Let's understand that. See? So here we talk about more for more here, price and benefits, more price for more benefits, more price for the same, okay, more or less, more for the less, the same for the less, and less for the much, for much less, okay. So here, for example, what segment is being targeted and what is the position? Here we have a car, Toyota car. We have that you can put all things about your hobbies here: bicycle, piano, guitar, and so on. It's a big car, and you can use it to have a lot of products. And what is the positioning here? It's a large car that where you can include everything when you can get with you whatever you want. Okay, so this is what we call the position, right? All right, so this is another example. You can see it home. So developing a positioning statement. A positioning statement summarizes the company or brand positioning. Example, to target segments and needs. Our brand is the concept that point of difference. For example, here, this is what we find in the slogans, what we find in the advertisement messages, right? We find this positioning statement, okay? Like, for example, there are advertisements for toothpaste. They say that you will have a shining smile or white smile, right? This is a position that means that our product make your teeth look whiter. Okay. All right. So communicating and delivering the chosen position, companies must take strong steps to deliver and communicate the desired position to target consumers. The marketing mix efforts must support the positioning strategy, and positions must be monitored and adapted over time to match changes in consumer needs and competitor strategies. So here, you can find you can see there is a lot of advertisement in TV these days. For example, the advertisement of Natile. Natile wants to position themselves as a natural product. Okay, they choose a natural background. They choose people staying in nature and so on, and they say, I can't remember the slogan. Do you remember it? I don't know. There's something related to nature, like a bi'a or something like that. Do you remember it? No?
ما فهمتش مدام.
اوكي ما فهمتش. فات نحكي على الادفيرتيزمنت بتاع نتيلي اللي في التلفزيون. تعرفوه ولا ايه؟ هاك يجي
أنا
كل
ما نعرف.
يوم في التلفزيون.
ناتشلي
نتيلي
أنيهم مدام ما عرفتوش.
البن مدام.
حليب ولا البن يا غرب. ها؟ Let's try to find it. لازمكم توليو تفرجوا برشا في الكتيب باش حاجة. Let's try to find it. I can't find it, but how. Okay. Show this. Okay, voilà. هاي نتيلي بتبيع أخي. See? You can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So they want to position themselves as a natural product that they have. They take care about their cows and so on, right? See?
Yes.
Okay. So this is a positioning strategy. They want to make people think about them as natural milk, as a brand that takes care about the animals and so on. Okay, they choose the natural background here. Okay, they even put the same image in their packaging and so on, right? Okay. شكون قاعد لي ما فهمتش قبيله؟
ليه ما فهمتش قصدي الاكزامبل اللي عطيته، معناها ما فهمتش على شنو تحكي.
فهمت
حتى ما
انت على
نعرفوش.
شو نحكي.
هاي فهمت.
اوكي
زيد مادام حاطينها بالطبيعة، معناها انت ما
exactly.
تفهمهاش. You can't understand if they mean when they say بالطبيعة خير. So with the nature it's better or normally it's better. ما you don't understand if they mean بالطبيعة or بالطبيعة.
This is the problem of Tunisian advertisement.
Yes.
This is the problem
Or
of
maybe they
Tunisian.
doing it on purpose. So you don't understand if they mean the nature or normally it's the best one.
اي خاطر ذيك هو في تونس ساعات يحبوا يوصلوا ميساج ويوصلوا العكس نتاعو. ما احنا here I want you to understand. انا نحاول نفهم الماركتر شنو حاب يعمل. فهمت as a marketer I want to understand what the message he wants to من بعد ال effectiveness of the message هو من بعد يقراها ويشوف يعمل etude ويشوف effect وصل للمساج ولا ما وصلش. فهمت؟ ما هو المساج اللي حاب يوصله هو هذاك. ما فما برشا مشاكل هو في الادفيرتمنت، في التونيجن ادفيرتمنت ساعات يحب يقول حاجه يقول العكس نتاعها. ما انا شنو معناتها هوني شنو نحب نقول لكم؟ نحب نقول لكم pay attention more to advertisement، فرجوا فيهم وفهموهم try to understand شنو الماركت كيفاش يخمم وش يحب يعمل، شنو هي البوزيشن in the mind of consumer that he want to communicate. What is the difference that he want to promote. Okay, so for example تقول أريد معرفش واحد منهم حسيته قال لك احنا اسرع ريزو 3 جي في تونس. دونك هذيك what we call the competitive advantage that you want to communicate to فهمت؟ see
All of the operators are saying this idea.
all the operators
yes.
اي كلهم يحبوا رواحهم هم اسرع على طول.
فما بروفيسور فما الاكزامبل نتاع يظهر لي معاش اسم الطماطم الماركة نتاعها صحيحة ولا لا، طماطم معجون حسيت لي يظهر اسمها سيكا. بيسكلي الاشهار الكل يحكي كيفاش هما معناها they take care، معناها هما اللي كوا يزرعوا الطماطم وهما اللي يتلهوا بيها و it's all معناها توتي ناتشورال. وعرفتوا ديما يحطوا بحذا حكة طماطم يحطوا كعبة طماطم تبدا ظاهره كوا معناها من الحقل. فهمت ديريكتومون. هذا try to communicate المسج اللي هما ما فماش كل معناها الطماطم نتاعهم هيلثي كوا وكلها ناتشورال.
ايوه صحيح. وسي كام ريت في الطروط نتاع نابل معناها ثم حقل كبير وهما حاطين معناها في الوسط معناها نتاع طماطم كبيره باش انت معناها كي تتعرف تشوف معناها اللي هي معناها الحقل هذاك هو نتاع سيكا.
صحيح. وفما نفس الوحده حكه كبيره هكا نتاع طماطم في شكل حسيله كبير نتاع طماطم اما هيش نتاع سيكا بحذا جيون هكاك.
وين نحطوا في الوقت وي سي هذيك هو مفيت يقول لك انا الافانتاج كومباراتيف نتاعي اللي هو كومبيتيتيف ادفانتج. كومبيتيتيف ادفانتج نتاعي اللي انا عندي معناتها الطماطم نتاعي دونك ما نضطرش باش نشري من عند فلاح وتشري من عند فلاح ما توصلك كان ما تولي ريحتها معناتها تتعدى برشا مراحل. دونك انا ناخذها من الثانية نتاعي ديريكتومون باش تكون بلو فريش. فهمت؟
اي بالضبط.
اكزاكتومون وي سي سا وي. فما زيد لي زوتر ادفيرتسمنت تنجمو تحلو حتى يوتيوب راهو تشوفوا معناتها الادفيرتسمنت عالم كامل معناتها try to understand معناتها حاولوا تفهموا شنو هو الافونتاج اللي قاعدين يكومونيكيو فيه معناتها what is the advantage the competitive advantage what is the differentiation that اللي هما يقوم يبيع عليها. فهمت؟ try to understand the competitors. شوفوا حتى معناتها plusieurs advertisements نتاع براند نتاع نفس البرودوي. فهمت؟ مثلا كراهب الكلهم كراهب وتشوفوا كل واحد شنو يميز كوا. فهمت؟ مثلا عندك مرسيدس على اللكشري والليكس وكل شيء، بي ام دبليو اكثر على القوه والباورفول اتسترا. فهمت؟ تاخذ واحدة أخرى another brand كيما رينو for example affordable ورخيصة مش غالية برشا و performance en même temps. كل معناتها واحدة شنو تقول معناتها كل واحدة شنو المسج that they want to communicate. See? Try also to understand كيفاش السيجمنتيشن اللي عملت التارجت اللي تعمل. فهمت؟ أنت كي تبروبوز ان برودوي تشوف لشكون الميساج ديستيني معناتها هذيك هي التارجت نتاعها. كي تعرف انت التارجت تعرف السيجمنتيشن كيفاش صارت. See? Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so we finished this chapter today. Okay? We finished it. So I want you to please write your names in group in the chat box, okay, for the presence and participation marks. Okay, and that's all for today. If you have more questions about this chapter, you can post them in Google Classroom, and I'll answer them in the next session. Okay.
بروفيسور عندي سؤال صغير. concerning les notes معناها نتاع البريزون نتاع البريزونتيشن. المهم I just want to know كيف فما هكا possibility نعرفش مثلا تعطينا assignment ولا تعطينا work ولا تعطينا أي حاجة.
مش نعطيكم
improve our grades معناها.
عاودني بربي.
أي مدام
مثلا تعطينا assignment ولا تعطينا task. معناها وما احنا نخدموه just to improve الجريدز نتاعنا بالطبيعه.
اي نعطيكم باش نعطيكم ما حبيت نقدم لكم شويه في الكور.
فهمتك. اما المهم في الاخر معناها we get the chance معناها باش باش نعملوا assignment حاجه كي هكا just to improve our grades
اي اوكي
شكرا.
اي مادام كيكا خصنا امبريفو خاطر مثلا فوعد ما تنجمش تحضر مثلا كيما انا مش ديما نجم معناها وديما عندي كونيكسيون نجم ندخل.
اي بس مش اوكي اما هكا اوكي ما ديما اللي يحضروا ديما عندهم هكا افونتاج دونك يتخن يعملوا ايفور باش يحضروا كل شيء ديما خير من اللي ما يحضرش في الكل.
سي فري.
اوكي
يس
اوكي عندكم سؤال اخر؟
مدام قديم مازال مش بيتر؟
والله احنا وقداش ناخذ نعم نورمالمون 3 زوت 3 ولا 4 من حتى اكثر نشوف استنى السيشن الجايه تنوضح لكم كل شيء. باهي
مدام في مي مش في جوان.
نعم
معناش وقت مدام نكملوا في مي
لو 20 مي تمضوا ولا
اي مدام ما عادش عندنا برشا وقت.
اي لا غير كور لو 20 مازال عندنا 20 جور معناتها 3 ولا 4 سيونس. نشوف مع لي زوتر بروف ونقول
donc 3 autres séances كان 20 jours مازالونا presque 3 autres séances. donc 3 chapitres
3 4 chapitres نجم حتى نعملوا 4.
اوكي
ونشوف مع لي زوتر بروف خاطر سي ان كور كومان دونك نشوف مع لي زوتر بروف ونقول لكم قداش ندير. دونك الجمعه الجايه تنقول لكم داكوغ.
باهي.
Okay, thank you for being here today. See you next week.
Thank you for the effort, Professor. إن شاء الله. سلامة.
شيء طيبة. سلامة.
شيء طيب.